shit, it's Gowanus tonight. Bam, 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 bam. Lady Hawk's a hell of a film. Hello, my name is Anthony Herrera, and this is Gowanus Tonight. What is Gowanus Tonight? It's this. It's what's happening in Gowanus tonight. In Gowanus tonight, teenagers are sharing thumb drives filled with torture porn in order to feel something, anything. In Gowanus tonight, the canal bubbles with new life forms that nobody can comprehend or understand, and they will be the death of us all. But Gowanus has its good points too. I'm not familiar with them, only because I don't go outside. This is where I live, and I don't like to go outside much because children throw things at me, and the adults. One time a lady yelled at me for not having enough bags. She got mad that I was carrying all my laundry in one big bag, and she said I needed to get 2 bags. Whatever. So, this is a public access show, as you well know, because you flipping through the channels right now, drunk, probably. You don't have a job to go to tomorrow. It's after midnight. And you don't have any friends. Or you have some friends over, and you're all like, what the fuck is this? Let's keep watching this. Maybe something will happen. Maybe something will happen. Probably not. But, like all great public access shows, we don't know what we're doing. We have no fucking clue what we're doing right now. Cider and rum is what I'm drinking. You can drink along with me if you go to @ciderandrum at twitter.com. And that's probably actually a real Twitter address. You don't want to go there. Or you do. Why am I telling you what to do? I love public access so much. I first became aware of public access in my hometown of San Antonio, Texas. The first public access show I ever got into was Infinitely Stupid, and it was a sketch comedy show that would also show other things. It was the first place I ever saw hentai, which is, of course, animated Japanese porn. It was about a group of warriors out to go get some mystical sex stone or something. There was a cat girl, a berserker, a regular warrior, and a sorceress. In the episode I saw, I'm not going to talk about it because it's just gross. Hentai's gross, and I'm not going to get into it. But other shows that shaped my sensibility were going to be The Worst Show, which was a good show, except the guy was a big racist, but good production values on that. Another show called Jesus is Lard, which was a show where a guy would put pictures of Jesus on plates of spaghetti, and that was the show. 30 minutes of that. Just picture after picture of Jesus' face on spaghetti. And then in Austin, Texas, where I spent some time, I got really into a show called Cooking Good, which was just 2 women cooking really good and then talking about conspiracy theories. And another show called Everything in Heaven is TV, and I think we can all agree with that sentiment. I'm sweating a lot right now because I'm very nervous because I want to impress you. I want you to like me, and I fear you won't because I'm kind of not very good at a lot of things, and I'm drinking too much hot cider. It's hot today, and I'm drinking hot cider. That's another problem of the sweating. But what else can I tell you about me? I don't know how to love. That's an issue we'll be dealing with over and over again on Gowanus Tonight, or I'll never bring it up again. I tell a lot of lies, is the other thing you've got to know about me. So get used to that. We have a lot of surprises planned later on in the series, not tonight. We planned nothing tonight. It's ridiculous. I was talking to Jacob, our cameraman, and co-creator, Jacob Bednar, our co-creator of Gowanus Tonight. Hey, what do you want to do on Gowanus Tonight? I don't know. Just get a TV show. That was the length of our planning. But I don't know how long I've been talking now. But I think right now would be a good time to bring out our first guest. Jacob just gave me a sign that I don't know what it meant. But, yeah. Oh, I think I know what it means now. He means I'm giving this show a 5, or it's been 5 minutes. Awesome. Here comes, that was a roommate passing by. I don't know which one of 3 people. But, speaking of roommates, great segue. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage right now is filmmaker, editor, and all-around great guy, Sean Hardaway.
All right.
Just so you know, our music setup is a Nintendo Wii on YouTube. Sean, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much for having me.
Pabst Blue Ribbon for you.
Shit.
And I think the first thing I want to ask is, does this clip need any setup?
I don't think so.
All right, here we go.
What the hell?
That's right, it's fart markers. Markers that sound and smell like farts.
Why?
Just apply fart markers to any surface and listen to the realistic farting sounds. But that's not all. Wafting off of every single line you've written is the unmistakable odor of human flatulence.
Oh, God.
Fart markers can be used for anything. Writing important notes. Letting that special someone know you care.
I wrote you this poem, Mary Jean.
Oh, Jesus, what's that smell?
I love you.
Or just goofing around.
You got one.
Oh, is he gonna vomit? He's gonna vomit. He's doing it.
But don't take my word for it. Listen to these real people.
Why would anyone use these?
I don't want to talk.
Are you even remotely aware
I told you, I don't want to talk.
that there are people still dying in Iraq?
You make my life a living hell, Bart Markers.
Gah! Fart markers. Why would God let this happen?
That was fun.
All right. Exciting stuff. You are a film maker.
Thank you.
Just described what you were. Why were you thanking me?
I made short films, and I am about to work on a almost full-length movie.
Really? What's the movie?
It's called Gut Boy, and our old roommate Nick Grant.
For those of you who don't know, I had an old roommate named Nick Grant.
His brother and him, Gabe and Nick Grant, are working on a movie. It's a puppet movie, Marionettes, and it's about a guy who gets swindled by a capitalist to sell his skin, and he turns into Gut Boy, and he gets revenge on all of them. It's sort of like a kids movie, but most kids probably shouldn't watch it.
Kids movie like Good Burger. That's
Not
not like Good Burger.
I haven't ever seen Good Burger.
You've never seen Good Burger, folks. We might have to
But I do
stop
like
the
peanut
episode and watch Good Burger. I apologize. No, we're not going to do that because I don't have it on DVD, and the idea of pirating Good Burger is the most depressing idea I think there is. Is that a dog food can you're ashing in?
No, this is organic black bean soup from Trader
Well, show
Joe's.
the camera.
It's vegan, and I found it in the recycling bin earlier. I think our roommate Sarah, I think she does vegan stuff sometimes, so seemed like a good place to. I'm not supposed to smoke in here, but
Well, I know that. I think folks don't smoke. I'm dead now. Don't smoke.
Don't smoke.
The great.
Don't smoke.
Whatever you do, just don't smoke.
Why are we making fun of Yul Brynner?
I love Yul Brynner, but
in the year 2013, the man's
you make
been
choices and you gotta live with them or die with them.
You're right, like he did.
Yul Brynner was so cool.
He was. Did you ever? Westworld is what I liked him in. He just killed James Brolin, and it wasn't a thing.
Well, he was a robot.
I know, but it's just that was what was great about Westworld. He just James Brolin. You think, well, there's no way if James Brolin's gonna die, it's gonna be a cool.
James Brolin looks exactly like Christian Bale.
You're right.
No, especially in Westworld, it's like watching Christian Bale move around and do stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I was watching Westworld with my uncle last Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Classic Christmas movie, Westworld.
Lost my mind when I saw James Brolin because I couldn't believe I didn't really know James Brolin. I hadn't really had a lot of experience watching him on screen, but it was like watching Christian Bale. And
do you think he's as angry as Christian Bale?
This is really old news.
No, but this is great on Gowanus tonight because Gowanus is a very old-timey feeling place. It's full of old, dead warehouses.
That's true.
That you don't know what's going on in them. What I'm saying, though, is...
Jesus.
Jacob, my God.
What are you doing?
He crashed right into our big saw. We keep a big saw in our living room.
It's
because
stolen from
a construction site by one of the... I'm not going to say one of the worst people who ever lived, because he's one of my best friends.
Gabe?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just loaded. I don't know how I got it up here loaded. It's so heavy and dangerous.
Yeah, we can't get it out because it's so heavy. Like, a bunch of us...
I tried to give it to Dan Snow. He wasn't interested.
Dan Snow wasn't interested in a huge saw?
I sent him a picture on email and everything, and it just wasn't...
Snow wasn't part of his...
For it.
Dan Snow, who played Cigarface in the Toxic Avenger and the Toxic Avenger 3 and Toxic Avenger and 2. Jacob was letting me know that he was also in Toxic Avenger 2. I don't remember him in that, and I used to have the video for that. It wasn't a very good movie, but he's a good friend of Sean's. Sean has bought art from him. He's been kicked out because, just being too...
it was like a rent thing. Like, the guy didn't want him to have the rate he had anymore, so...
The rent... Gowanus
is better.
Is getting better. You just fucking undercut what I was trying to say.
It's just, it's good.
The man got thrown out. How was things getting better?
Well, he wasn't that raw about it, I don't think. And he doesn't have to. He was excited because he doesn't have to climb. Like, he had built all this stuff, and it was really weird getting around in that little studio. So I think in a way he's working out of a backyard now, and he likes it that way.
What I want to get back to is you just said he's not that raw about it. What is that?
Raw, if you get a burn or it's raw, it's like I'm not raw about it. Like, I'm not mad.
Is that the way you really talk? I'm not that raw, Pa.
Well, I don't always say that I'm raw about stuff, but it just came out.
Okay. I don't... See, here's my thing. I just look at people and I see the things they do, and when they do weird shit, I have to comment on it sometimes because I got nothing original to say.
Well, like when people say pop and Coke...
Right.
Pop. I would.
You want some soda pop?
I would call somebody out on that.
You would call somebody out on that? Yeah. You would just stop in the middle of the street. Did you just say pop?
Well, not. But if I knew somebody.
You call it pop? Jacob, our cameraman.
No, I give any shit about it, I guess. Haven't I? No, never?
So you've just been proven a liar. By Jacob. That's all he's been trying.
He doesn't call it pop. I've never heard him call it pop.
I've never heard him call it pop either. I think he's lying.
He probably calls it a Coke like everyone in Texas. Oh, we're all Texans. Yeah. I hail from Dallas, Texas.
I hail from parts unknown. Mm-hmm. The Badlands. My daddy was a rattlesnake. My mama was Hitler. No one's ever said that, probably.
That's probably a completely original sentence.
That's sad, though, because it wasn't very good.
Well, originality doesn't always mean good.
Yeah, it doesn't...
As I know, because of all my original stuff I do.
Let's talk about that.
What do you want to know?
Who are your influences?
Paul Verhoeven.
Paul Verhoeven. What about Paul Verhoeven?
Visceral music. The way his music is great. He's real... He goes for it all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think I really share this with him, but his number one goal is to entertain, it feels like. He's always entertaining. He shows weird things.
What about his misogyny? What do you like that?
I mean, misogyny regarding his movies or in his real life?
I don't know anything about it. Is he beat women in real life?
No, I don't think he's ever beat women, but I know he made Showgirls. So
Right.
But that I think that it's got like a vibe to it that I don't think it's genuinely misogynistic. I think he's got some weird.
What about Hollow Man?
There is that one scene with Kim Dickens that.
With that one scene with Kim Dickens, what about the one scene with the other woman, Rona Mitra?
That's not nearly as intense as the scene with Kim Dickens. I think. I mean,
She gets murdered at the end of it.
It's not really
For anybody who'd want to judge this, go to your local Blockbuster and rent Hollow Man. Watch the two scenes. At the end of the show, we'll have the minute marks where they happen, and then you can get back to us and tell us if you think which scene is more, one, misogynistic, and two, just misanthropic. Thank you.
I do think he has some of that about him, and I like that. It's always fun. It's like Lars von Trier is another one that I like a lot, although he influenced me later. I've seen her time. I was really excited about Hollow Man.
I've never heard anyone say that.
It was Paul Verhoeven. I was into Paul Verhoeven I knew the name early on.
Because of Robocop. That's where I got introduced to
Total
Verhoeven.
Recall, those two. Starship Troopers was another movie that I just lost my shit for.
Hated that movie, but
I loved it.
Robocop is the movie that made me want to get into acting.
What? Who?
The scene in Robocop where Clarence Boddicker and his friends all get out of jail and they meet up on that street and they get the Cobra cannons and they start blowing shit up. That was, I thought to myself, that is a cool ass job.
To be able to just blow shit up?
To be able to just blow shit up and pretend to be a scumbag and wear cool clothes.
Pretend to be a scumbag. He's always calling me a scumbag.
We can't get into it, but it's just that one guy, he was wearing a beret. I thought that was really cool. And Ray Wise was there.
And that Asian guy who's always playing the
Well,
bad guy?
no, Steve Chang.
He had been killed?
He'd been killed at the raid.
Wow. That's how I get in the I got shot by Robocop's gun.
That was how they got shot.
It's good.
Like they were being tickled. Oh,
it's brutal.
Ooh.
I wonder if the new Robocop will be good.
No, it won't. Obviously, it won't.
It's got Michael Keaton in it.
It's got Michael Keaton and Joel Kinnaman from The Killing.
Who's Joel Kinnaman?
He's Robocop.
Oh, he's the new Robocop. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like the way it looks, and I don't like the way it sounds, and I don't like that it's new, and I don't like that they're ruining my childhood.
I don't remakes, but sometimes they're fun.
Yeah, like Godzilla's remakes. Those are always fun.
Yeah.
Except for that one.
You talking about the Broderick or?
Yeah, the Broderick. Because he was the one solely responsible for how bad that movie was.
Man, they had the best trailer ever.
Ever?
One of the best. Well, at my brain at the time, when that Godzilla foot comes down and crushes the T-Rex, that's like one of the. Oh, it's so good.
That was
got me
fun.
So excited, and then I remember in the theater I was still a little baby, and I was trying to figure out, like, am I enjoying this? I must be enjoying this. I've been waiting for this forever.
What? Yeah, that's that weird. That when you're a teenager, you start doing that weird disconnect.
Well, it's because it's
like,
when the baby Godzilla showed up. I was like, this is like in Tremors 2, and I couldn't believe they had little like Tremors that ran around on land.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was so cool, but I kind of knew in my heart that I didn't like it as much. But I was thinking, like, well, that's obvious. Like, if they're under the ground, it's even scarier if they're above ground, but it's not true.
I think this is what happens, how nerds stop happening, is that eventually you reach the point where you stop trying to convince yourself that this thing you've been looking forward to is the greatest thing ever.
That's when a nerd
stops.
Yeah.
Like,
well, the way they turn into, because we're still fucking lame about all this shit, too.
Yeah, but, you know, these people, like, people who think The Avengers is the greatest movie ever. Mm-hmm. That blows my mind.
Well, I think that there's also a legitimate... The Avengers is... For somebody who really loves comic books, The Avengers was pretty cool.
Sean, does this clip need any setup?
No.
All right. Hey, have you seen Hardaway?
He's in his room.
Oh. No? Whoa!
Son of a bitch!
Just having a cigarette.
Okay. Right, yeah, well, I was just wondering if you wanted to film that sketch Thursday, or if we should get Nick to do it.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll do it.
cool, yeah.
Hey, do you want a beer?
Yeah, sure, I'll grab 'em.
Oh, cool. We only got 2 beers left.
That's fine. You guys can have them.
Cool.
Merry
How
Christmas!
did you do that?
Do what?
Oh shit, my pants! Where's the one Sean Hardaway?
Where'd he go?
He killed my master and I must have vengeance. Let's get out of here.
Chill out, guys. This stuff happens all the time.
Well, just tell me one thing, Sean. Are you a ninja?
Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Music.
Yeah. that was
You
really.
Love music.
Jerry Goldsmith is my jam.
For anyone who doesn't know, Jerry Goldsmith was a prolific film composer, responsible for such movies as
Chinatown was a big one. He got Oscar nominated for The Omen, but didn't win. I think that was one of his only Oscar nominations.
Crime. That's a crime.
Yeah, no, he should have won, but John Williams was a steamroll and everything at the time, and then James Horner started to steamroll, and Jerry Goldsmith never really got what was due. His Star Trek soundtrack for the older movies is really it's often considered like Jerry Goldsmith. If somebody knows about Jerry Goldsmith, they say Star Trek, which I think is kind of sad. I mean, it's great theme, but I just wish that he had. I mean, Star Trek is big, but there's like it doesn't have stigmas that like Star Wars. I mean, it has stigmas that Star Wars doesn't have, like for being more for nerds and not as like legitimate.
Sure.
But no, Jerry Goldsmith is my favorite.
Right now, here on Gowanus Tonight, using only your mouth, recreate some of your favorite Jerry Goldsmith tracks.
Gremlins. I think it's like
Yeah. I am so into this. Get to the part that in the Gremlins song.
Shit, I can't.
You can't do it. I'm sorry.
I'd have to probably do the whole thing, and I don't want to waste
We
that
can't.
much time.
Yeah, we can't waste time doing that.
How much time do we have left? That's awesome.
5 minutes. We've really gone that much? Holy shit. Well, fuck. Okay, what I really wanted to ask you was about Iraq.
You're going to Iraq.
Yeah.
Iraq.
I rock.
I do rock because I went to Iraq. It's a really good thing to be able to pull out. Usually,
I
pull it out.
That's a great thing to.
At the after I've known somebody way too long to be pulling it out, because I feel like anybody who's like, you first meet them and they start talking about world travels, I fucking hate that.
But isn't that the worst thing when you like have these? I think the worst thing for people to do is like you have this one story that you're just saving.
Yeah.
To just blow your friend's mind,
Well,
like you're the storyteller.
Yeah.
It's like,
when I went to Iraq, I remember as I would walk through the trailers in the desert, and it was so dark because there's no power light. There's not as many lights there as there are in America, and you'd see all the soldiers on their little patio chairs outside their trailers, and all you could see as you walk down the path, there's trailers surrounding you, is like the glow of their cigarettes as you're walking by, and yeah, that's something that I've pulled out probably twice ever. This is the third time maybe.
Oh,
but that was something that always stuck with me about Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
And then
now, to be clear, you weren't a soldier.
No,
I
was not a soldier. I was a contractor. My aunt, I have a very successful aunt, probably the most successful person in my family, and she, I was 19 or 20, and she knew that I was doing video stuff, and I guess probably to cheap out at the time, it was $20 an hour, 12-hour days, automatic. Even weekends when I wasn't doing any work, it was pretty awesome at the time. I bought me and my friend a computer when I got back and blew through all $5,000 I made or whatever in 2 months.
Well, because it's the end of the show.
Yeah.
What
How
I
many
wanted
minutes do we have left? 2? 3? We went through 2 minutes just then? Jesus.
Yeah. This isn't going to be good. I already know, watching this back, we're going to be... Because you and me, we work together a lot on a lot of projects, and we almost invariably hate everything we do.
Well...
Until 2 years later, and when we're drunk and we're all... That was pretty good.
We actually, I think, nailed a lot of stuff. I think this could potentially later be something that people would like a lot if one episode makes it big.
What I wanted to say, Sean, was... I love you.
I love you too. You're one of my favorite people.
And that was Gowanus tonight.